Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Work. The Work is a way to identify and question the thoughts that cause all the suffering in your world. And I invite you not to believe me, but to test it for yourself, and that's what this podcast is all about. Today, my guest is Stephen, and he has been in a relationship with an addict. And surprise, one day his addict came home after rehab to move back in with Stephen, and imagine this. He acted on his addiction again. Oh, this is such a roller coaster ride, and I hope you love it. And if there's something here that you hear me say that it seems like a lot, I apologize for that. And like always, I'm doing the best I can, and I think we have all that in common. So I'm just working on me. Welcome to this podcast. Stephen.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Stephen, I'll leave that to you to say.
Okay.
Yeah. So how am I? Let me know. From here, Stephen, I can say I love the privilege to sit in this community. Yeah.
Thank you for your time. I have a worksheet that I was hoping that you can help me with. This is regarding a relationship that I've been sort of in and out of in the last few months, and it's ended, or it should have ended about 3 weeks ago. And I've been through this worksheet probably 10 times now, and I can't seem to get to a place where the pain goes away.
Okay, sweetie. Let's look at number one. What did you write for number one on the worksheet? Those of you new to the worksheet, Judge and Able worksheet, there's 6 questions on it, and Stephen has answered those. So number one.
I'm angry and disappointed with him because he cheated on me and he lied about it.
He cheated on you. What is the situation?
It's a little complicated, but he has a drug addiction. We've been involved for a while, and I helped him get through rehab. And when he came out of rehab, I said he could come and stay with me as long as he stayed sober. And about 3 weeks ago, he relapsed, didn't come home, and spent the night with somebody else.
Yeah.
Then he tried to cover it up, and I found the proof of what happened. So I know for a fact this happened and that he lied to cover it up.
Yeah. Okay. So in the situation, when you found out he cheated on you and lied about it, is it true? It's like you have the information, you have the proof that he did, and you confront him with it, and you're holding, he cheated on you and lied about it. Is it true?
It feels like a yes.
And notice how you react toward him when you think the thought, he cheated on me and lied about it, and you confronted him. And notice his denial, and notice how what you say and do, how it feels inside of you, your body language, all of this is, how do you react in that situation when you think the thought he cheated on you and lied about it?
I get angry, I get upset, I lash out, I say mean things, I shut down, and I push him away.
Yeah. So he cheated on you and lied about it. How would you drop what you were believing? That's not to go into denial, but just drop what you were believing. Who would you be without the thought? with him when he is arguing that he didn't do it. He's saying he didn't do it, saying you're wrong. Who would you be without the thought? Like those images of past, future, you can see in your mind's eye him with this other human being, this other man. And then you see him in the future, he's going to do it again. So notice, without the ego's images in your head, that's what it means when you sit in the question, who would you be without the thought? So listen to him, drop the images, get present. When I say drop the images that are going on, that's like come out of your denial, your fog, your haze, that distortion. Get present with this man you say you love and care about, and listen. You can say you cheated on me and you lied about it. Now just listen. Look at him. What do you see?
I see an addict that had a relapse. And I see that it's not about the cheating for him. It's about his addiction. Makes it less about me. And
We'll just notice it's not about you at all. He's a practicing addict. So look at him, get a good look. Get in touch with his innocence. Really look at him. He's an addict, a practicing addict. He cheated on me and lied about it, turned around. I cheated on me.
and I lied about it.
So where do you go with that turnaround? I cheated on me and I lied about it.
Because I made it all about me and I didn't give him the space to explain or didn't understand where he was coming from.
You see another turnaround. He cheated on me and lied about it. I cheated on him and lied about it. In that situation, where does your mind go with that? Examples.
I didn't give him the opportunity to speak, to explain himself. I just threw him out. I cheated him of the opportunity to speak, to let me hear his side of things, let me hear his emotions.
He cheated on me and lied about it. I cheated on me. When I expected that of an addict, I cheated on me and lied to me about it. So that doesn't mean you did. We just try this on, like try it on. How does that fit?
Yeah, it feels like I set expectations that were probably unrealistic.
Drop the probably.
Yeah.
Addicts with 20 years sobriety are addicts not acting on it. Doesn't mean they will, doesn't mean they won't. But someone who really realizes they're an addict and claim it, and it's true for them, want not to do those things. They want not to use again. I cheated on me and lied about and lied about it. You want to believe the best, and then you pretend like you're so shocked that's an addict is an addict.
Yes, the expectations were
Yeah,
unfair and unrealistic on both of us.
I'm glad you included you in that. He's addicted to sex, and you're addicted to him. Personalities don't love, they want something. And when I say something like that, all of you, don't believe me, test it for yourself. Just try it on, trust your own mind. And that doesn't mean you did wrong, sweetheart. It's just that you knew what you were getting into. You were aware. He's an addict. By his own self-admission.
Yes.
We want it to be different, but
And I
that's the
arrogantly
world. That's
thought I could fix him.
yeah. Yeah, work on your own addiction. Fix that. Until then, you one of you is in denial, or maybe both. Okay, precious. Let's look at 2. What did you write in that situation where he's denying what's true? What did you want him to think, say, feel, or do?
I said, I want him to be trustworthy and I want him to choose me over the drugs.
Wow. That puts a whole new light on your words, doesn't it? You want him to be trustworthy. Is it true?
No, I just want him to be him.
Well, now you're catching up because him is him. And like you, he's doing the best he can. That's no reason to live with someone. But we all make our own choices. Could be way worth it to you as well. But just not living in denial and putting his addiction as though it has something to do with you. Other than, are you still together?
We're still talking off and on. I try to block him and I just don't seem to be able to stay away for a long time.
Yeah. So you have a lot in common.
It feels like an addiction.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't seem to be able to help myself.
Yeah. Boy, you have an incredible, you have a lot in common. It gives you an opportunity to, as they say, to step into another man's shoes. That he's not the only one walking around in those moccasins. And that it's not easy. But it doesn't mean you have to live like one of you could be enough for you, or you have a path that makes sense to you. Notice how you treat him in that situation where he's lying to you. Notice how you treat him when you have the thought, I want him to be trustworthy and to choose me over drugs.
Yeah. Again, I go straight to putting up a wall and being very judgmental. I don't allow him to speak. I shut down.
Yeah.
I try to end things.
I would question. I try to end things in that situation. I mean, when you look at what you're holding, it's like you try to end things, but look, you're seeing the fences. I want him to be trustworthy to choose me over the drugs. In that situation, listen to him. He's in denial. You're telling him, I have the proof. You cheated and you lied about it. Now, drop those images of him with that other guy. Drop the images of all the ways you have both been so intimate and close in the past. You see all that going on in you as you're standing there arguing with him. So drop those. Notice who you are without the thought, I want him to be trustworthy and to choose me over the drugs. Really listen to him and look at him. Is he desperate? What do you see?
I see someone that needs help. I see someone who is desperate and wants to make different decisions than maybe he's making. But in that situation, if I drop it, I'm calm, and I see a person with an addiction who has relapsed, and that's it. The other stuff is just noise.
Maybe. Listen to what you hear is just noise. Get in touch with it. What else is he saying?
Saying that he cares about me, that he loves me, and that he's sorry that he made a mistake.
The life of an addict it blows my mind. We care so deeply about people, and it doesn't stop us from using again. And then the self-hatred happens, and then we do it again. Addiction is a state of mind. And then the substance, if it's a substance like sex or alcohol or drugs, or like a way out of this head, the addict's head. I want him to be trustworthy and to choose me over the drugs. So turn this one around and consider him your drug of choice.
I want me to be trustworthy, and I want me to choose me over him.
Over the drugs. Yeah, over him, the addict, not him, the man that you love, but over him, the addict. So say it again, honey, and take it in. I want me to be.
I want me to be trustworthy, and I want me to choose me over him, the other.
Yeah. I want me to be trustworthy to myself. To myself. I think that's one of the requirements for addicts is to be honest with themselves. Want me to be trustworthy and to choose me, my life, over him. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to, but it's a way of getting in touch with yourself, waking up to yourself. So when you say yes, you're not so hurt and surprised when he does this. It's because you're not shocked, you're hurt. So let's just try this on. I don't call it the work for nothing. So let's turn it around. I don't want him to be.
I don't want him.
Let's look at a little unconditional love. So be there in that situation with him. I don't want him because we're talking about him, not another partner, not other people's partners. We're talking about him. I don't want him.
I don't want him to be trustworthy. And I don't want him to choose me over the drugs.
Yeah, he's an addict.
You see that? He's just being him on his path.
And trying really hard.
He was trying really hard.
To make it up to you, to make it right. You know what I love about love? Like if Stephen left me, I adore him. And if Stephen's my husband, if he left me, I would have to be happy for him. He's going to a better life in his opinion. His life doesn't have to be about me. His happiness, I don't have to be his happiness. His is his, mine is mine, just like misery. But I want to know where he's going, with who, so we can both celebrate. I don't want to lose him. He can be a part of my life. And who could be more fun to live with than me? Of course I want to meet her. If he loves her, why? How could I not? Unconditional love. I don't want him to be trustworthy. On your number 2, I don't want him to be trustworthy or to choose me over drugs. Because when I believe that, I'm practicing my addiction and trying to run his life. It's a hopeless state of mind in that situation. Let's look at 3, honey. Advice to him. What advice would you offer him in that situation?
I said I want him to be less selfish. He should consider my needs. And he should recognize that his selfish actions have destroyed our relationship. I'm kind of seeing maybe that's not the case now.
I love by the time we get to just the second or third thing, we're so much more awake. So, these 6 questions, when you sit in them, they're stacked for a reason. When I got still, I want, he should, I need, I don't ever want to, he is. Done. That's it. 1 through 6. That's it. That's the ego's combo. You can crack that. You can crack that code. Take stillness and a very open mind. So be there now in that situation. In your mind's eye, look at him. He's apologizing. He's saying he loves you. So I need to, in that situation, I need me to consider my needs and read it that way. Listen to him with a very open mind and heart. Respect the love you hold for him. And I should consider
his needs.
my needs.
I should consider my needs. And I should recognize that my selfish actions have destroyed our relationship.
Yeah, you're saying who he should sleep with and be with. He's an addict. So in that situation, I should consider my needs. I want a monogamous partner. And I should recognize my selfish actions that destroy our relationship.
Yeah.
He sleeps with someone else, and so much for love. But I can love Stephen and never see him again the rest of my life. I don't have to live with him if I'm a monogamous human being and he has an affair. I don't have to live with him. But it doesn't stop me from loving him.
I see it.
That leaves him with a really good friend that has some, as they say, boundaries. But the boundaries aren't about the addict at all. They're you're the partner you wake up with. You're the one you go to bed with. You're the one you feed. You're the one that love affair with the self first. And that's not in an egoic way. It's a very respectful way to give you what you want your partner to give you. Self-serving in a really beautiful way. When we get that down, we're really good with others. And I love this work can give us that. Because this is, advice to myself. I should consider my needs in that situation. I should recognize his selfish actions and my selfish actions destroy our relationship. The relationship with each other and yourself. Let's look at 4. What do you need to be happy in that situation where he's lying to you and you have the proof that, yes, he had the affair?
Katie, I couldn't find anything to write about him in this instance. And so I wrote about me in this particular one. And I said, I need me to be able to move on. I need me to feel less lonely and to not be stuck on him.
Okay. And would that make you happy?
It would. I feel like it would take away some of the pain if I wasn't in that place, if I could move forward.
But you're still stuck with what you're thinking and believing.
Yes.
Like the rest of us. Like him. To be happy, let's turn it around. I need him to be able to move on. So what could you say or do to support that? For me to be happy, I need him to be able to move on. So in that situation, how could you support that?
I could be honest with him about.
That's blowing my mind. That's blowing my mind. Yeah, you could be honest about you want a monogamous relationship.
And I I didn't see before that I could still support and still love him, but not be with him. It felt like it has to be all or nothing, but I can see
It's
now
spoken
that's
like a true ego. No.
I can still support him. I can still love him. I just don't have to be with him. And
Yeah. Live him or be responsible for him. He's an addict.
yeah,
To be happy and read the rest of 4. I need me to feel.
I need me to feel less lonely and to not be stuck on him. Hopeless.
Yeah, which goes back to what you just said. You can love him. You don't have to live with him and be responsible for his life. You could get married and have if you, but you I'm not responsible for Stephen's life. I assist, I love. I'm not responsible for Stephen's life.
Yeah. And I haven't been supporting. Just close the door on someone that I care about and someone that needs me still.
And that's not right or wrong. Some of us need cold turkey and just a lot of worksheets. We need to be not spread our addiction on the people we love. Some of us. So to be happy, I need to be able to move on and to feel less lonely and not be stuck on him. Oh my goodness, that would give you a life.
Yeah. No, that's not a life. That's just taking away what's hurting at the moment, but it's not a life.
And let's look at this one. I think we have, but let's take it in again. To be happy, I need him to be able to move on. When you say, I love you, and da 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 da. To be happy, I need me to allow him to be able to move on.
I see it. It's his path.
Yeah, you're like candy. It's not that he doesn't love you, but his safe place. I need me to allow him to be able to move on. You know, I just had the thought, I love all of you understand how powerful these worksheets are after you work them to go back to. Because these living turnarounds can not just shift your life, but the people that you love most in the world and the rest of us as well. What I want for others, can I give to myself? But no, I expect it of them, but I can't do it myself. In fact, for some of us, it doesn't even occur to us that we should. But then when we try it on, it's like, oops. You know, my partner's addicted to, in that situation with this other man, but I'm addicted to my partner, but I want him to stop.
Yeah.
Like, who, me? The ego says, I'm the wronged one. No, It's nothing you didn't know ahead of time. With the ego, it's just, oh, it's so tricky. Let's look at 5.
I've been listening to you long enough to know how this goes. So
Well,
I'll turn it around now.
well,
I'm
read it the way
selfish.
you wrote. Read it the way you wrote it, because some of us are in the same position you're in, and could use a little of your wisdom here.
Said he is selfish, inconsiderate, dishonest, and an addict, and he only cares about himself.
So try it on in that situation with him.
I'm selfish.
Yeah, he's an addict. He does what addicts do, and then you're so shocked. No, you're
Pretend like I'm surprised.
selfish. Expect it. And maybe he never will again, but expect it. Look how hard he's trying in that situation.
I'm inconsiderate, dishonest, and an addict.
Specifically, where were you inconsiderate? Get in touch with it. The ego loves, I'm selfish and considerate. No, slow it down. Specifically, where were you inconsiderate in that situation with him?
I set him up to fail. I put expectations on him that were unrealistic. And then when he failed, I dismissed him.
Now look at in the situation, the two of you together, in that situation where he's lying and you're confronting him, where were you inconsiderate specifically? Did you say or do that was inconsiderate as he was talking?
Yeah, I didn't give him a chance at all to speak. I said some very mean things because I was angry and upset.
Okay.
And I didn't give him a chance to explain.
And this is very important. It's not what he said and did that hurts you. It's what you just named that hurts you. And look how old the pattern is. And where were you selfish? Specifically in that situation.
It was all about me and how I felt. I didn't consider what he might have been through or how he might have been feeling about what he did.
Yeah.
So there's lots of noisy kids in the room.
Oh, I doubt you're sorry. I love their little, those sounds. So dishonest in that situation. Your next word was dishonest. In that situation, where were you dishonest with yourself and with him?
I was dishonest with myself because I acted as though I was surprised. And this was a pattern. This was something that this is how he has behaved since I've known him. And with him, how was I dishonest with him?
You acted shocked. You acted shocked and
I overplayed the
and you
victim.
weren't. Yeah, overplayed the victim.
I made him feel bad.
Yeah.
I made him feel worse than he needed to.
Yeah. Notice that pattern. In that situation, he's an addict. In that situation, I'm an addict.
Yeah.
So what's an example of I'm an addict?
An example in that situation,
Mm-hmm.
I obsessed about finding the proof because I thought he was lying. So I dug and I dug and I dug until I found it.
So you knew it was there.
Yeah.
So you're addicted to being right. And that's not right or wrong. It's just in that situation you knew.
Yes.
You got the proof, and it's like
That's
we
true.
wield it like a sword. We've got proof.
Yeah.
You're not alone in any of this. You know, I could say, do I hear hallelujah? Everyone raised their hands.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so it's so important to do 1 through 6 on the worksheet, so you're in touch instead of hurt. Like, I was selfish. If I haven't done 1 through 4 and I get to 5, where was I selfish? Well, I wasn't. He was the one that was selfish. You know, all that old stuff is there because you're coming at the work with an unenlightened mind, in this case, by the time you get to 5. It's stacked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No shortcuts. He only cares about himself in that situation.
I only care about myself.
Yeah.
Absolutely see that.
So if you talk to him again, you know, take care of your business. Share with him what you got in touch with today. In that situation, I was selfish. And be specific. I was inconsiderate. Be specific. I was dishonest. Be specific. You see what's happening here is you're awake to it. Now you're awake to what you were awake to. You're admitting it. And then you make it right by living a considerate, as a considerate partner in your relationships, as an honest partner, as a generous partner. You already are all of these. The absence of the other leaves you to live a life of integrity.
Yeah.
And just being you. So he only cares about himself in that situation. I only
care about myself.
Yeah. And when it's really appropriate and you're really ready, that's on the list. You admit it and apologize and make it right. It's like in that situation where I was so hard on you, I was only thinking about myself. That's all I cared about. And I'm so sorry for that. I wasn't listening to you. I was inconsiderate. I already knew. I know you're an addict, honey. I know you have a tough time. And I acted I knew you went out. And I had to go looking for the proof, and I'm so sorry for that. I'm an addict too, in my own way.
Yep.
And I apologize. And I'm doing the best I can, like you. And I find this, and these things are optional, but you know, I'm going to, oh boy, am I going to say it? It's like, and I need a break to work on myself. And then you meet the love of your life. That's what these worksheets give us. We meet the love of our life, and it's the one we wake up with. It's the one we go to bed with at night. It's the one we feed. It's the one we go to work with. It's ourself in a whole other way. And I think that that's why we have partners in this world. They're great teachers. Yeah, we really everything we don't love and admire about ourselves, you know, just pops up when we're with a partner, and we can justify it, and the ego's got us, and just to notice, and oops, another worksheet. Let's look at 6.
I don't ever want to feel so betrayed and lonely again.
I'm willing to.
I'm willing to feel so betrayed and lonely again.
And I look forward to.
I look forward to feeling so betrayed and lonely.
Yeah, because if it doesn't happen in your life again, it could happen in your mind again. Either way, it's in your mind. And it's not a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when we understand that it arises, so we can move it from our mind to paper and get through this earth school in just wait for the next for the next exam, and who knows what that would be. You know something, sweetie? It is such a privilege to sit with you and have this time together in your open mind that doesn't go, I didn't hear you defend. I just heard you just open your mind and empty. What a blessing.
Thank you, Katie. I feel.
Oh my. Oh my, my. You precious one. What a gift. Okay, family. What did you become aware of as we sat with our Stephen this morning? Sabina.
Hi.
Hi,
I just
Sabina.
I just really wanted to say thank you to Stephen. I'm so glad that you got picked. And I feel like your worksheet was really also helping me to see parts of myself, especially the stuff where we're constantly wanting the other person to choose us. I think that really hit home for me because many times I also fell in that trap where I want another person to choose me. And then I realized that that can also be quite an addiction. And it just makes me really realize that when we love someone, we really have to see them for who they really are and like just learn to let them go, And I think that's the ego's biggest struggle. And so I just really wanted to say thank you to Stephen for that. That was such a beautiful work that you did. And you are really courageous for doing that.
Yeah, thank you, Sabina.
I
Yeah,
do have,
we
yes.
really need to let them go, I heard you say, or keep them around because they sure do give us our worksheets. But we don't have to keep them around, because they live in our heads with us.
They do.
It's like even when they die, they're still living in our heads.
I
So,
agree.
they don't leave us without our work.
I have a question for you, Katie. I mean, you helped me last year through my divorce, and that was so beautiful because one key takeaway that I got from our session was you told me, probably similar to what you're guiding Stephen today, is that we are ultimately the life partner that we're looking for. And so I really reminded myself that, and I was working through a lot of one belief at a time worksheet, and
Good
also
for
judge your
you.
neighbor worksheet.
Yeah.
And then I came back to dating again. And now I'm
Oh,
just and now that I started seeing somebody, I just feel really, really scared. And I suppose my question for you is like, ever since I started doing a lot of the work since last year, I feel like I really, like the before, prior to the work, whenever I would go to a class or learn anything about manifestation, it's always about like visualizing our dreams and what we want for our life and manifesting the kind of partner that we want. And ever since I came to the work, I feel like I let go a lot of that to the point where sometimes, I don't know, it's really hard to explain. It's like I don't have, like, I almost in a surrender, giving up state. And I'm just curious, like, how do one manifest anyway, like based on this
Well,
work.
with Stephen, if I had manifested someone, it would not have been Stephen, and I would have missed it. It's like I couldn't imagine up a Stephen, and he's just so opposite to the men I've been attracted to in my life, that the ego has conjured up. They had to be this or this or that. That's ego. And then the ego makes a preference. And I mean, it's just like an egoic thing. So this open mind allows everyone to come into it, and then it manifests on its own. And I'm not the manager. And I'm not saying those of you not to manifest in your minds what you want. It's certainly not wrong. It's just don't be disappointed when you don't get what you think you want, because you find a relationship and situation and it doesn't match what you manifested, but it's just so beautiful. And then all of a sudden it's not, because that's what happens in relationships. Sooner or later we disagree. And then you have this thing you manifested in your head, an ego's favorite trick. This one you manifest in your head, and then there's the one you're with, and the one you're with is always going to fall short. So I'd like to deal with what is real in front of me, and these worksheets have given me that ability. It's nothing I'm doing. It's just, my expression is just love the one you're with.
Yeah. I was gonna say, ever since I did the work, the people who has been coming into my life are not at all who I used to be attracted to.
Yeah.
And it's really weird, but they really did give me a worksheet to work on.
Yeah. Well, honey, thank you for checking in. I'm so happy to see you again and to hear your life before and after the work. It's just, what a trip.
What a trip. I usually say that to my friends. I'm like, this life is such a trip,
This life is, honey, I'm with you.
Oh, like such a trip right now.
Earth School, it's a don't miss. By the way, everyone, if you enjoyed this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really matters, and thank you for that. I love that you join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time at homewithbk.com. Let's do the work.